Well, welcome to Seven County Services. It's great to be with you all here this morning on this beautiful day as we kick off Bourbon and Beyond week and so much more going on around the entire community. And we're here today at Seven Counties to celebrate an incredible milestone, one that has profound impact on thousands of lives throughout our entire community. For 50 years, people have been coming to this facility to make a big change in their life. They've come here to get help with addiction recovery and treatment. For 50 years, the incredible team here at Seven County Services has devoted time, energy, and effort to help clients battle their challenges of addiction. Thousands of clients, tens of thousands of hours of treatment and recovery work, and countless lives saved, all right here on South Preston Street at Seven County Services. September is National Recovery Month, and I'm proud that here in Louisville, we have great organizations like Seven Counties whose staff work tirelessly to help people live a better life every single day of the year. All of us know one or more people who have battled addiction. It's a terrible disease that requires specialized treatment, a great support system, and lots of time and effort to overcome. Addiction does not discriminate. It impacts people from every corner of our community, from all walks of life, and sometimes addiction takes loved ones away from us far too soon. But thanks to the team here at Seven Counties, so many clients have been able to find that light at the end of the tunnel, have been able to turn their life around and find the strength and resolve to live in recovery. And the team here has been doing that every single day for 50 years. Our first speaker today from Seven Counties knows how impactful this work is. Please join me in welcoming Vice President of Addiction Services, Derek Priester. Derek?
Good morning. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us during National Recovery Month. This month is a time to recognize the power of recovery in the thousands of individuals who have found hope, healing, and strength through services like those we provide here. We are standing today at 600 South Preston Street, a site that has been at the heart of recovery in this community for 50 years. Over the decades, it has been a true beacon of hope, healing, and recovery for our community. This building and the services within it have helped tens of thousands of individuals and families reclaim their lives from the grips of addiction. For this location specifically, we are proud to announce the return to the name Seven County Services, JDAC. 50 years ago, what started as the Jefferson Alcohol and Drug Abuse Center became known as a simple 5-letter word. JDAC will not be defined by its original acronym, but the emotions, stories, and success associated with its purpose, providing life-changing addiction recovery services to our community. The JDAC name carries deep meaning in this community and is remembered by countless individuals as the place where their recovery journey began. That's why the return to the JDAC name matters. It's more than a title. It's a promise to continue being a beacon of hope for every person and family impacted by addiction. By bringing back this name, we honor our history while continuing to move forward with innovation and compassion. Mayor Greenberg and his administration deserve our deepest thanks for their unwavering support. Over the past 2 years, their leadership has helped make our community healthier and safer through investments in nonprofits like ours and expanded services for people experiencing homelessness in Jefferson County. Their partnership demonstrates a true commitment to addressing addiction, recovery, and community wellness. We also extend our gratitude to the Commonwealth of Kentucky for its ongoing support. Addiction is a statewide challenge, and Kentucky's investments in behavioral health and recovery services have allowed us to reach more people and families in need. Today, as we celebrate this legacy, we also face an opioid crisis. In 2024, 1,410 Kentuckians lost their lives to drug overdoses. Here in Jefferson County, we lost 340 residents last year. Progress from 501 in 2023, but still far too many. As we honor our past, we recommit to the future, standing with our community in the fight against addiction, saving lives, and celebrating recovery. Recovery is possible, and we will continue to be here for the next 50 years, standing alongside individuals, families, and our community in the journey toward health, hope, and healing. Thank you to all for your support, partnership, and belief in recovery. Together, we can continue to change lives and strengthen our community.
Thank you so much, Derek, to you and your team. We all know that the disease of addiction can often impact people who suffer from mental illnesses as well. And that's why 7 Counties offers a variety of services for its clients, from addiction treatment to mental health services, often both at the same time, and many, many more. Part of why we're here today is to celebrate one of our amazing public-private partnerships with 7 Counties. Over the past 3 years, the team here has been working with our 911 call takers on the Crisis Call Diversion program. It's a groundbreaking initiative that we've grown from a small pilot program into now a program that is operating 24/7, covering all of Jefferson County. It allows our call takers in the 911 MetroSafe Center to divert certain types of calls to trained mental health professionals. About 10% of our calls, we estimate, are often not a violent crime crisis or traditional crime, but it's a mental health crisis. And they still call 911. They are in crisis. And we now have people 24/7 in every part of our county who can help them get what they need right over the phone. Sometimes they just need to have someone to listen to them. Other times they need an in-person response or inpatient care. And thanks to our partnership with 7 Counties, we can offer all of those things to people in crisis. And I'm thrilled that it's now offered 24/7, that it's expanded to every corner of our county. Over the past 3 years since we've been expanding this program, we've diverted thousands of 911 calls to mental health professionals. That means these individuals get better treatment and better for them right in their time of crisis. And it also means that our police don't have to respond to every call when someone is crisis. They can focus their time on working to prevent violent crime from happening or solving those that have occurred. We talk a lot about the importance of public-private partnerships because Louisville Metro government needs help from outside organizations, from partners like 7 Counties to help address these complicated societal challenges. I've been so impressed with the rapid growth and success of the diversion program in partnership with 7 Counties. It's truly a model for other places around the country to follow and implement. To speak more about this program, I'd like to welcome Bridie Harris. She's the Director of Community Impact at 7 Counties and has been very involved in this initiative. Bridie?
Thank you so much, Mayor Greenberg, and good morning. As the mayor said, I'm here to talk a little bit about our diversion program, but I'd also like to speak about the importance of September. September is National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, a time to shed light on the impact and prevalence of suicide and suicide ideation, to fight the stigma, and most importantly, to let people know you are not alone. At 7 County Services, suicide prevention is not just a priority during this month, it's embedded in everything we do every day. One of the most important tools we now have is the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Anyone experiencing thoughts of suicide, a mental health crisis, a substance use crisis can dial 988. This should be a number that every single person knows immediately, like 911. From as soon as you can speak, to as soon as you can no longer speak, 988. This lifeline is saving lives every single day, and 7 County Services is proud to be part of the statewide 988 crisis response network. We also know that not every emergency requires the police or EMS response. That's why we are proud to partner with Louisville's 911 diversion program, also known as the deflection program, which allows certain mental health and crisis-related calls to be diverted to trained mental health professionals. This program reduces strain on first responders and ensures people in crisis are connected to the professionals who can help them. These services make sure that the right care is taken at the right time in the right setting. It is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in all of Louisville Metro districts. And now we are also proud to announce that we are building the launch of our new mobile health units, one of which is out front of this building. So please pause on your way out to check out one of the mobile health units if you're not familiar with them already. And these include a mobile crisis response capability. So not only can 988 mobile crisis deflection respond, but now part of the mobile crisis team are mobile health units that are fully equipped to provide services on the spot where they're needed. These units allow us to meet people where they are, whether that's in their neighborhood, in shelters. They bring immediate care, support, and follow-up directly to them. This is a game changer for our community because it means more lives stabilized in the moment and more individuals connected to ongoing supports. Suicide prevention requires all of us and multiple tools. Providers, partners, families, and community members. It means we can't be afraid to speak out or talk about things that might make us feel uncomfortable. By working together through supporting 988, expanding 911 diversion program and deflection, and deploying mobile crisis units, we are building a safer, more compassionate Louisville and Kentucky. The message we want everyone to hear this month and every month is really simple. Help us. Help is here. We are the help provided. Recovery is real. It's never too late, and you are not alone. So I'll just repeat that last piece. You are not alone. If you only hear one part of this, call 988. Someone is on the other side of the line, ready to assist you and to speak with you through a difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bridie. And when we talk about public-private partnerships, I want to thank my colleagues on the public side of that public-private partnership. Deputy Mayor Nicole George, our team at Public Health, other agencies. We just hired a new executive director for behavioral health to help support all of the initiatives we're working on throughout Louisville Metro government, and Dr. Maria Leiterman. We're really excited to continue to strengthen those partnerships to provide more mental health services to individuals in need across the entire community. And I do just want to also reiterate what Bridie was just talking about, that on the issues of suicide and suicide prevention. I'm incredibly proud of the progress that we've made in terms of reducing the number of homicides and shootings that are happening in our community. But it's really challenging, and it's that the number of suicides in our community has gone up recently. And that's something that, as you just heard from Bridie, we are all working to address. We're trying to understand it better so that we can provide even more help to individuals who might be in need. And so our public health, our Metro Health Department has been doing a lot of research on this, and for the first time, they have gathered significant historical data on suicides in Louisville, and very soon the Metro Health Department is going to be releasing those findings. And we're going to use that information, that data, to work with partners like 7 counties and within Louisville Metro government to try to identify ways that we can do even more to prevent suicides from occurring. We want to understand who is most at risk and the steps that we can take as local government to cut down on risk factors. We know we can't do that work alone. We need partners like 7 counties, and so we are so thrilled about this partnership that we have. We're really appreciative, and we encourage people who are in times of challenge to call 988. That is available 24/7. Louisville Metro government is here to help. 7 County Services is here to help. Others are definitely here to help. Please call 988 and get help if you think you need that as well. Thanks again to our team at 7 Counties for all that you do every day in these areas and everything else. It's greatly appreciated. All right, moving on to another topic. We have a couple more topics before we'll take questions. First, I want to share an important update on our search for an independent monitor to help important police reforms in Louisville accelerate. We received several applications from around the country from police reform groups that were interested in serving as the independent monitors. Our scoring team conducted interviews with the firms who applied, and we've chosen 2 finalists to potentially serve as Louisville's independent monitor. And now, as we mentioned, we want to hear from the community to get the community's input after they hear from those 2 finalists. So I've called a public meeting next Monday, September 15th at 6 p.m. at the Republic Bank YMCA on West Broadway. That's Monday, September 15th at 6 p.m. at the Republic Bank YMCA on West Broadway. Anyone from the community who's interested in the future of police reform and improvement here in Louisville is encouraged to attend the meeting, listen to the finalists. We'll stream the event live on louisvilleky.gov/community commitment, and then there'll be opportunity for feedback through a survey that we will have as well. We want to hear from the community. We are committed through the community commitment. We are committed to continuing our police reform and improvements. Chief Humphrey is committed, and we're excited to have an independent monitor on board to continue making progress. Also, in terms of community meetings, we have 5 community meetings regarding the transformation of the Belvedere. Last night was the first one. Our project executive, Layla George, is conducting these. Last night it was in the Iroquois neighborhood. We have 4 more that are scheduled as well across the community. I encourage people to find a date and time and location that's convenient to them to give us your input on activities and in programming that you would love to see on the Belvedere. So those are 2 opportunities for community engagement where we definitely want to hear from the community. And finally, Doris, if you want to join me up here for this one. You know, for me, in terms of chimes of seasons, I don't know about you all, but for me, there are 3 things that indicate it's fall here in Louisville. The first is an amazing World Fest weekend over Labor Day weekend. And we had a record-breaking World Fest weekend. We had so many people who were enjoying great culture, cuisine, entertainment, camaraderie, each other that were here in downtown Louisville. A couple fun anecdotes from that record-breaking weekend. This is the 30th year of World Fest. Normally we go through about 45 to 60 kegs of beer over a World Fest weekend. This weekend, we went through 90 kegs of beer. Many weekends, vendors, we heard from vendors. Several vendors reached out to our team and told that in one day, they had more sales for these local vendors than they often do an entire World Fest weekend. It was a wonderful weekend. So that is one sign that fall is here. Another sign we have here as well, when you see mums for the first time that are getting ready to bloom, and this is my first time seeing mums getting ready to bloom here in our city. And for me, the third thing that fall has arrived in our city, the weather is still great, but it is creeping up on us, is that Bourbon and Beyond weekend is here, followed immediately by Louder Than Life. We are so fortunate to have these 2 amazing Danny Wimmer Presents festivals right here in Louisville. And not just this year. We have signed a deal for 10 years to ensure that these festivals are going to continue to grow, to get bigger and better every year. And that's indeed what's happening this year at Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life. Bourbon and Beyond starts this Thursday. Last year, it was named the 2025 Polestar Music Festival of the Year Award. We have the best music festival in the country right here in Louisville every year. And next week, Louder Than Life, which is the largest rock and metal festival in the entire country. This year, it's bigger than ever before. It's a new layout of the fairgrounds. You're going to be able to be at Kentucky Kingdom and ride rides while you're listening to this amazing music. It is so much more than just a music festival. So I'm joined here today to talk a little bit more about what's coming, and that is our Senior Vice President for Business Development with Danny Wimmer Presents, an amazing person, lives right here in Louisville, that is working so hard on these festivals year-round. Please join me in welcoming Doris Sims.
Well, before I start talking about our festivals, and this will be a surprise to the mayor, 7 Counties has a special place in my heart. I think all of us have been impacted, or our families and friends, by mental health and addiction. So it's my honor, on behalf of the Danny Wimmer Presents Foundation, to present a $5,000 donation to support your life-saving mission on behalf of Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life. Mental health and addiction impacts our industry in profound ways, and we deeply value the critical work that you do here, and we want to help support it. So thank you for all you do. Thank you. So as the mayor said, Louisville is home to 2 of the biggest festivals in America. Together, these events will bring over 300 bands across 2 weekends. Music, bourbon, food, comedy, celebrity panels, and so many unique experiences. We have over 410,000 people in attendance from all 50 states and over 40 countries. And this year, we're celebrating a new location at the Kentucky Exposition Center, which gives us room to grow, better amenities, and new fan experiences. Bourbon and Beyond begins September 11th. So if I'm looking a little tired, it's because we're on 24/7 days right now, and it will go through the 14th. More than 100 bands, including the Lumineers, Fish, Jack White, Ringo Starr, Noah Kahan, Goo Goo Dolls, Foreigner, and our very own Kentucky's Sturgill Simpson, and so many more. We have an expanded footprint. We have turf zones throughout the site. We have more shade, indoor air-conditioned merchandise spaces, a brand new 3-level VIP viewing structure that allows us to host comfortably more people in the VIP area. And of course, as the mayor mentioned, we're adding Kentucky Kingdom at no charge to our fans. 18-plus rides, plus more air-conditioned dining opportunities. Special programming, we have the Fork and Flask stage, which is curated by Chef Chris Santos, with and as well as bourbon curator Chris Blanford, and so many more. We're also hosting a 911 tribute that's going to honor Kentucky's responders. This is the first time we've ever had a festival on 9/11, and we want to make sure that we honor and remember. Louder Than Life is the following weekend, September 18 through 21. It's going to be the world's largest rock festival with over 175 bands, and we are going to break all records with Danny Wimmer Presents. We'll have 7 stages. We've never had 7 stages at a festival. We have bands like Slayer, Rob Zombie, Avenged Sevenfold, Deftones, Pantera, Evanescence, and so many more that I don't even recognize or know their names, but they're wonderful. We also let's talk a little bit about logistics. We're very conscientious about making sure that people get in and out of the venue. We have record-breaking fans during Louder, so we are encouraging people to use rideshare, take advantage of our surge-free Z-Trip taxis that we have. Just make sure you plan accordingly, because we want everybody to get in and out safely and efficiently. And we have a lot of things going on around Louisville that I wanted to mention. We have a kickoff event at Ashburn Farms. We have a kickoff event at 4th Street Live, and some merch pop-ups downtown at 4th Street Live. So even if you don't go to the festival, you can get your merch at 4th Street Live during our festival dates. Passes are still available, so if you do not have your passes yet, please go to bourbonandbeyond.com or louderthanlifefestival.com. You know, Louisville's always ready to host the world. We see that every spring, and now we're able to do that again in the fall, and it's because of all of you, our wonderful city partners and state partners. We can't say enough enough appreciation for all you do to make our fans feel welcome and safe. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Doris.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Just a few more comments before we about Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life before we get to questions. You know, often here in Louisville, we don't celebrate what we have here. Us Louisvillians don't celebrate what we have here. But Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life have truly made September as big of a month for the hospitality industry as May is for us, where we welcome, as you just heard from Doris, over 400,000 guests over 8 nights of festivals. These are amazing experiences. If Louisvillians have not, you hear people are coming from all 50 states, from all over the world. If you have not yet been to one of these amazing festivals, I encourage you. You're going to find something to really enjoy. They are truly amazing experiences. And if you are going, please do check and make a plan in advance for how you're going to park, what your transportation is going to be, whether it's closer to the fairgrounds, whether it's downtown. There's other things that are going on in the city, particularly over Louder Than Life weekend. So there are lots of different options to make sure people can get to the venue easily and quickly. But doing that requires a plan. So please check online and make sure that you have a plan. You will not be disappointed with either one of these amazing Danny Wimmer Presents concerts. At the Greenberg household, Rachel has the playlists. I'm listening to more Benson Boone and Noah Kahn and the Lumineers, getting ready for all the great acts that are coming this weekend. And then we'll quickly turn to Louder Than Life. But there's so much fun, and we are so thrilled in Louisville to be the host of these two great, amazing events. So I hope people enjoy that. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions from members of the media.
Back in March, I remember Chief Humphrey had shared some shocking numbers that suicides were outpacing homicides in Louisville. Is that still the case?
I'll get back to you with the specific detail on that, but last that I checked, yes, that was the case. The question was about, are there more suicides than homicides? And last I checked, that was the case. And also, as I mentioned, I'm proud of the progress we've made on the significant reduction in homicides, 30% less than last year alone. Unfortunately, suicides has gone in the opposite direction, where there are more suicides than last year. So that is part of the reason why we're so focused on this. We want to bring more awareness to that, so that if there are loved ones in your lives, if there are coworkers in your lives, you certainly can't predict anything like this, but if you think there are people who are struggling with any type of challenge in your life, please extend a helping hand, extend some love, help them get some support.
The 2 finalists for the Independent Monitor, are they locals? And just what we can expect what it's like to be in this process.
So the question was about the finalists for the Independent Monitor. There are 2 finalist firms. Both of them, neither one of them are located in Louisville, although there are many people on each one of those teams that are familiar with Louisville, have done some things here in our city. Both of them have been involved in processes like this before. They have served as independent monitors in other cities that have had consent decrees with the U.S. Department of Justice. So both are incredibly qualified. They both bring their own set of strengths, and so we're excited to get feedback from the community as the final step in the process before selecting one of these independent monitors.
Republicans are proposing that KSP have an increased presence with help LMPD. Do you support that proposal?
So the question was about a proposal that came out this morning from the Republican caucus on the Metro Council. First, let me say we are looking to partner with everybody. This is not, improving public safety is not a partisan issue. We're all working together, Democrats and Republicans in life. We're working here better than ever with local, state, and federal partnerships. We've got great partnerships with nonprofit organizations like 7 counties and others that are working to help prevent crimes from happening in the first place. And so we will continue to partner with everyone. There are several aspects to that. I'm just getting the details of what that is. But LMPD is always looking for more assistance. We are doing a great job recruiting. For the first time in years, we have the largest recruiting class that we've had in years, and I'm excited for that trend to continue with the support that we're giving to our LMPD officers, with the new wellness center that we have, and with Chief Humphrey's wonderful leadership. But at the same time, we know we're still short officers. So I think if there is going to be a presence with KSP, it needs to be very focused. LMPD is trained in different ways. They wear body cameras. There are lots of differences. But if there are opportunities for help, we want that help. And certainly KSP has been a great partner over weekends like Kentucky Derby, Thunder over Louisville and the like. They've been a great partner. They will continue to be a great partner. And if there are ways that can expand, I'm happy to, for the chief and the commissioner of KFSP to have those conversations.
Also proposed third-party judicial scorecard to track shock release rates and shock probation rates of judges. Do you have any comment to support that?
Yeah. So the question was, well, I'll just talk about transparency. To me, transparency has been critically important since the day I became mayor. Transparency with my administration, transparency with the police department, and I believe in transparency at every level of government. And so I do think it is helpful for the community to know what is going on in the judicial branch as well. I think there's an appropriate way to do it. We've been working on a lot of the things that you see in the plan that just came out this morning. Let me be clear. We've been working on a lot of these things already. There's been planning with an initiative from the Bingham Fellows class called the Repeat Offenders Initiative that is going to be rolled out pretty soon. You know, we have been working to improve and fix our street lights in neighborhoods. I've been a supporter of the new first responder training facility that we're now negotiating to purchase property in the southwestern part of our city. We've taken more illegal street racing cars off the street in the last year than at any point in our city's history. Every year since I've been mayor, we've increased the budget for flock cameras, for license plate readers. We have a partnership with the Real-Time Crime Center to try to get other private cameras into our Real-Time Crime Center to help our police solve crimes from when they occur. So again, a lot of this stuff I think there is some common ground on. I need to look at it more detail to provide a response on every one of the issues. But we're always looking for new ways. We know we are proud of the progress we've made to improve public safety. We know that we can and we must do more and do it faster, and that's exactly what we're working on every day. Hold on one second. Yeah.
Ken Herman is hosting a media availability on Monday for sharing details on the proposed resolution to focus on advancing gun safety measures and allowing local control to regulate firearms. What's your stance on the position?
There was a question. Councilman Herndon is having a media briefing, it sounds like, in a few hours. I'm not familiar with what proposal he's making, but you are not going to find a stronger proponent of gun safety than me. We can and we must do more in our city, in our state, in our country to reduce the number of illegal guns that are on our street, to get guns out of the hands of the wrong individuals. Just recently, I was talking publicly about the need for, if you are a gun owner, please treat the gun responsibly. Lock it up at your home, in your car, so that kids and others who should not have access to that gun can't. We're talking about mental health issues here today. I'm a strong supporter of laws that would prevent individuals that are in mental health crises from acquiring weapons, of universal background crunch. There are some very reasonable initiatives that we can do to get illegal guns out of the wrong hands, to reduce the amount of gun violence that we're seeing on our streets. I'm not sure about exactly what proposal he's talking about. Be happy to provide comment after I learn what that is. Sure.
With the new layout, are you guys able to accommodate more fans? And if so, are you expecting the largest crowd to see?
We are expecting larger than the largest crowds for Louder Than Life just because of the lineup. So this does allow us to be able to expand for Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life. It's a bigger footprint. It allows people to spread out more. We're utilizing the space in front of the Kentucky Expo, where the Midway usually is for the fair, and then Kentucky Kingdom, and then the area Lot L on the side.
There was an incident at the Expo Center a couple of months ago in which there was a false report of a gunfire or something, and it caused panic. How can you assure fans that there's enough safety and security, and what kind of security would it be?
With DWP, number one is safety. So we go over the top with our emergency response plan. We work closely with Louisville's Emergency Management Agency. We work with LMPD, Fire, EMS. We have those folks on site 24/7, especially during the festivals. It's ramped up. We do, we have security checks in the morning before we open doors. We do it again at the end of the night. So we meet often to talk about and reevaluate the safety plan, including daily during the festivals.
It's just like the Kentucky Derby, Thunder over Louisville, other large events. It is a year-round collaboration with all of our first responders and the team at Danny Women Presents. where safety is the number one priority. Planning, you heard it in real time during the festivals, and then after, immediate debriefing to begin planning for next year. I did. The question was, last year I smashed a guitar to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Louder Than Life. Are we allowed to talk about some of the fun things we have in store? Should we just surprise the team? I don't know what's a surprise. Okay, well, stay tuned. I will not be smashing a guitar this year, but the team at Danny Wimmer Presents has some fun things in store, some fun surprises to celebrate the great accomplishments and these wonderful festivals. So stay tuned.
Regarding the state, wonder what are the next phases for this? It seems like we're in the final stages with the community, but on the final two
Yeah, so the question was about what are the next stages. So the next things that you'll see coming are the selection of the independent monitor, and then also the Community Safety Commission that we recently appointed. They will be meeting for the first time, and we want the independent monitor to be in place so they can participate in that first meeting of the Community Safety Commission, and then they will be getting to work. The independent monitor will be getting to work. The Community Safety Commission will be getting to work. But let me be clear. LMPD and our administration has been at work. We have been at work for the past 3 years on reform and improvement to LMPD every day with new training, with new approaches. You're seeing that work, the benefits of all that improvement every day out on the streets in our city. Was there another question over here? Okay.
Metro's regulations said that when they were demolishing a home, 2 other homes next to it were impacted. A wall fell into the home next to the office speculation, and the woman was inside at the time and had to go to the hospital to be displaced. Have you heard anything about that? Maybe in response to how the city will react to that?
The question, who was doing that demo? This is the first I'm hearing it. Okay, there was a question about some work that Metro Codes and Regulations was doing that sounds like it injured an individual in an adjacent home. Is that correct? Sounds like a very unfortunate event. This is the first I'm hearing about it, so let me get some more information before I provide comment on that. Anything else? All right, well, thanks again to our great partners here at 7 Counties. I'll see you guys out at Bourbon and Beyond this weekend.